All right, this is another one that they did just for me. This is our grand finale of electronics here at HSN. By the way, if you are still calling in at today's special, thank you. Do not hang up. We still have that Viper antivirus programming for you. But this is something that they're doing only for me and only for this show. Actually, I know it's a big basketball night, and don't you wish you had this? I mean, really, this is that wow. This is that stunner. It almost gives you Linsanity, you know, in full top to bottom regalia, if you will. All we ask you to do is to pick whether you'd like it with the stand or without the stand. And Dan, if you could help me out, on the one with the stand, we have, okay, on the one with the stand, we have fewer than 300. So last 299 of the one with the stand. And if you want the one without the stand, we actually have the last 200. So we're going to switch our graphics so that you can see the flex pay. We'll feature the one without the stand. And part of the reason we're doing that is that flex pay is also just for me. You know I was alluding to sports, and when we say nobody knows how to make a big screen better or bigger than Mitsubishi, they do all of those high-end stadium, you know, the beautiful, actually, if you went to a movie this weekend, if you saw the big Hunger Games, if you saw the big movies that released this weekend, chances are you were watching DLP technology. It gives you that crisp, clear, vibrant picture, gives you bigger and better than life size. Final thing I do want to show off, though, don't let the size fool you into thinking that it's some big behemoth. You know, obviously this is not what I would call, quote unquote, a portable television, but it is transportable, so you can actually move it from room to room. We're going to pay to send it to you, 098-381-096-381. So we'll showcase our graphics so you can see the one without the stand, but remember, that one will sell out first. We love it when John Eastman is here. John.
I love being here. How about that? It works out.
I love this television. Actually,
are you kidding me?
I was telling my planner for the day, Cameron, which Cameron, thanks again for all your help this afternoon. Our team works so hard, especially because we've got a big weekend with electronics coming up over Easter weekend, of course. He knows this one is near and dear to my heart. This was actually one of the
mine.
Isn't it though?
Yeah.
This was actually, I want to say, this might even been the first television that I ever picked, you know, for my host picks. And part of the reason is I want people to see the picture in person, because even though our lighting and our camera crews, they do such a great job, boy, oh boy, you got to see this in person to believe it.
You better believe it. When
you
see this in person, it really does take your breath away. I mean, a big 73-inch screen. This is like having a movie theater screen in your home. And there isn't anybody on the planet who does a big picture better than Mitsubishi. Their DLP, the digital light processing technology, is used in movie theaters all around the globe. Mitsubishi makes more DLP TVs than all of the other manufacturers combined. And this particular DLP TV by Mitsubishi is a customer pick. I mean, we've sold, I think, over 50,000 of these televisions, and over and over again, customers come back to us and say they love the picture, they love the size, they love the performance, and this is a television that is absolutely jam-packed with incredible features. We're going to talk about the internet, we're going to talk about the 3D experience, and believe me, both internet and 3D on a 73-inch screen really makes a gigantic difference, no pun intended.
It does. In fact, you know what, Mike, I don't know if we've got that if purchased separately, but if we do on the one without the stand, that'd be awesome to show, because there are a couple of things about the if purchased separately. We are selling this for less than the manufacturer sells this for. So if you went to the Mitsubishi website, you would actually spend, thanks Mike, thanks for finding that for me. This is what you would spend at the Mitsubishi website. It is a $2,000 television from the manufacturer. And then one thing, you'll also notice that you get the wireless adapter. That's another $70. Then you get, every time, John knows what I'm going to say, every time I see that HDMI cable for $11, it's like, tell me where they bought that, because I would buy.
That's got to be like a 6-inch HDMI cable. I mean, I don't get that price. I really don't.
I know, because the Shack doesn't sell them for $11.
No.
I mean, basically, that's a $60 or $70 value alone. One other thing about that if purchased separately, so the manufacturer is selling this television for $2,000. I need your help, though. We always take amazing testimonials. In fact, one of our great callers from Texas, I'm trying to remember her name, she called, she actually bought the 65-inch and spent more money on the 65-inch than we're spending on the 73 tonight. But one final thing to point out, again, flex pay is only for my show. So this is something that they only did for my show, only did for this airing. When you see Colleen coming up with her bar and bar handbags, that flex pay, again, is something that was done only for this airing and only for this opportunity. If you see that 2-year warranty, that's a big thing. You know very well, in the world of electronics, you never get a free warranty. I mean, it's kind of like that that little sales pitch. You buy an item, and then they get you up to the register, and then the first thing they always say is, do you want an extended warranty? And for most of us, of course, we say yes. Because with electronics, I mean, you always like that extra peace of mind and that peace of mind protection. Well, we are including, again, for free with your purchase, that peace of mind protection. And that's a 2-year warranty from the manufacturer. So again, when you buy this for $2,000 from the Mitsubishi website, you don't get the 2-year warranty. You do not get the 6-pay flex pay. You don't get the 6 flex pay if you shop after this show. And one final thing, I'm going to scoot off to the side because again, we need your help and we need your testimonials. Sorry about this, guys. But this...
You need some help?
You know what?
You need some help? Look at this. Wow.
This is my aerobics. This is my cardio for the day. But this is free freight, and not just free freight. John, you know, you and I have taken so many great testimonials. I think Becca was one of the callers. If I'm remembering, Becca said, I think she was the one from Texas. She said, love the delivery. It was white glove.
They call you, make an appointment.
They call you. We had another shopper who had called, and she was actually going to be out of town for a while, and they actually held the television for her. And then they literally customized the delivery. So they work it around your schedule. They're very judicious. They don't just, you know, drop it off and, you know, on some doorstep, you know, and leave it on some truck. And that's the other thing. You don't have to borrow a truck. You don't have to borrow a van. You don't have to call in favors. I mean, even if you're having this delivered in your local viewing area, they're not doing it for free at all.
At all. You're right. You're right.
And you know what's funny about that? Because I actually, my old CRT, and I know John has heard me tell this story, my old CRT was thicker and it was heavier than
You know, that's a really, really good point, because a DLP TV is about 18 inches deep, but a CRT TV just a couple of, years ago would have been 23, 24 inches deep, would have weighed several hundred pounds. Here we're talking about 18 inches deep, weighing less than 100 pounds for that 73-inch size. And I really got to make this point right away here. This is a full 1080p high-definition TV. There are no sacrifices. There are no compromises. In fact, there are some extra features built into this TV that other televisions simply do not have, like the 6-color processor built into this TV. That's a big, big wow. Most TVs have a 3-color processor. There's one out there right now touting a 4-color processor. But this Mitsubishi TV gives you a 6-color processor. So if you're looking at that picture and you're wondering, how do those colors, why do those colors look so vibrant and bold? It's because of the technology built into this TV. No sacrifices, no compromises. You're getting rich, vibrant, amazing color. And yet we still have a lot more to talk about in terms of the 120 hertz subframe rate, which processes the picture so much faster than some other technologies. And then we can talk about 3D. I went to a Disney 3D movie over the weekend, and it is an incredible experience. And when you can do that at home, Shannon, wow. It's what TV's all about. It brings the family together for 3D movies, for video games, for big basketball nights. Where do you want to spend your family time? If you're going to pick a TV that's 32 inches or a TV that's 73 inches, you know which one is going to bring the family a lot more fun each and every time when you have a TV like this.
You know what, and to John's point, sometimes when we buy things, it becomes, only for the guy, or only for mom, or only for the dad. I mean, this is definitely a to the family, for the family.
This is for the family.
It's
this
for the
is
whole
what quality time is all about.
It is. And, not only do we love it, we love that we're able to do it at a better price than even the manufacturer. We love the fact that we're doing that free freight and delivery. I love the fact that we're doing that free 2-year warranty, which I know I keep saying, because when I got my car, I didn't get a 2-year warranty. When I got my dishwasher, I didn't get a 2-year warranty. I mean, so these are the things that are important to us, but the fact that we're also holding the balance is also a big deal. I know you're going to love this picture. I mean, when we say it is a wow, it is a stunner. Not only that, you have to remember, when you try to look for a 73-inch television, if you're looking at LCD or LED, get ready. You're spending 10 grand. I mean, you really are. You're dropping a small fortune. It's like you could either buy a car or you could buy a television. I mean, normally when you're looking, this is a man cave. This is a home theater. The only way to get a picture like this is to buy maybe the projector and the drop-down screen. And then you can't watch them unless your room is pitch black.
Exactly. I
mean, at some point, a little bit later on in the presentation, we will take all the lights down just so you can see how that screen really pops. But my other point, John, is not only will you spend thousands of dollars if you're getting an LED or an LCD, there's no guarantee that it'll be 3D. And there's no guarantee that we'll have the internet built built in.
That's exactly right. And by the way, the Wi-Fi adapter is included with this television. So if you have Wi-Fi already in your home, within just a couple of minutes, it's so simple, it's so easy. Setup is a breeze. You connect to the Wi-Fi already in your home, and before you know it, you have connected to what's called Stream TV. And look at all of the amazing applications. Voodoo Movies, Facebook, Weather Channel, and the Nightly News, Dolby Digital Plus, Flickr, Discovery, Nova, National Lampoon, Stock Tracker. I mean, the applications go on and on and on. And this is going to add so much more enjoyment for you and your family. Educational opportunities, there's free recipes and cooking lessons, there's golf lessons, there's parenting lessons, there's everything on here. And you know what? Tomorrow you wake up, you turn your TV on, and guess what? There are more applications waiting for you because you are connected to the internet, and those updates happen automatically.
Well, I'd love to show that testimonial talk line again because we get the most amazing testimonials. I apologize, I can't remember the name. There it is, 866-376-TALK. When John and I had this television last time, there was a caller who said that she does Facebook on it. It's like, prepare yourself, right? Because I always think, oh boy, if they're seeing me in high definition or, God forbid, high def 3D on a 73-inch screen, you know, really have to brace yourself. But I mean, look at that quality. And you know what, John, before we lower the lights, can we just show a size comparison for a moment?
Absolutely.
Because
absolutely.
Sometimes on television, it's hard to gauge just really how impressive this is.
Yeah, you need to see this because if you're watching on a 32-inch TV, you may want to leave the room. This is not a pleasant experience. But 32-inch is the standard size, the most popular size. It's in a lot of living rooms around the country. People think this is a big TV. It is a big TV until you do that. And then you realize that a 32-inch TV just doesn't cut it anymore. Not just bigger than one, but bigger than two, bigger than three, bigger than four 32-inch television. Still, the baby peeks out. Look at that. There's still room for baby to peek out. That's the kind of experience you're going to have here. All I have to say to you is basketball, football, baseball, hockey, any of those sporting events. All I have to say to you are all those big dramas. All I have to say to you are video games that you and your family play together. Not just, you know, the Destroy the Universe video games, but the fun video games for family are so much better on a big screen TV. All those Wii games that are offered here in HSN, they're so much better on a big screen TV because it immerses your peripheral vision and makes you feel as though you're a part of what's going on. It's a whole different experience.
It does. In fact, you know what? If we could lower the lights, guys, we'll take them. We'll take the lights down like you would be watching in your living room.
Look at that. Oh, I love that. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Do the colors pop or do the colors pop?
See what I mean?
That's that 6-color processor.
Unbelievable. I mean, and see, that's what it's really all about. Because for a lot of us out there, I know I mentioned earlier, I'm a movie person. I mean, that's kind of my passion. It's my love. I'm a TV person. So this is something you use every day. It's something that you look forward to using every day. And that's why we say it pays for itself over and over again. I was telling Vince, who's on the floor with me tonight, I've known Vince for a long time. He's known, I've had 2 cars at HSN. I drive them till the wheels fall off. You will have your television longer than you have your car. You'll have your television longer than you have your cell phone. You'll have your television longer than you probably have your refrigerator or your washer and dryer. I mean, so that's why in the big picture, this really pays for itself over and over again. And moreover, you're going to look forward to watching it. Dan, if it's okay, I'd love to show the quantity left just real briefly because I do want everybody to understand there are a couple of things happening here. We have only 471 of them. Now remember, that's between the 2 choices. You can get it with the stand or you can get it without the stand. We're featuring the one without the stand on graphics to make it easy for you to see those flex pays. The other thing is, and I know you're also seeing this rotate at the bottom of your screen, but that flex pay was done only for this show. And I know you heard my description earlier. Flex pay is expensive for us to do. I'd love to take you back to that if purchased separately one more time because remember, even if you went to the Mitsubishi website, you would not be getting flex pay. You would not be getting that 2-year free warranty, but you'd be spending $2,000. And you know what? At $2,000, it's a great television.
It's still a good buy.
It's still a great buy. I mean, it really is. Because the manufacturer would sell this for $2,000. Then you're getting the wireless adapter, and you're also getting the cable. So remember the cable. I know I laughed earlier, but, you know, trust me when I say, don't go to the shack and say, hey, I know, you know, 6-foot HDMI cables are only $10. I saw that on HSN.
$10 cable, they'll say,
like, no, that doesn't happen.
No.
But when we say this is a wow, 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 it's an absolute stunner. get your enjoyment and your love out of this every single day in every single way. And John, you know, that's just it. When I look at something like this, I guess what I love most about this television is not only is it the best price in America, that is the best price on this television in America, by the way. Of course, Testimonial Talk Line is open, but we've sold hundreds of thousands of these televisions, and even the 65-inch. In fact, you know, one of our callers who called last week, she said too, it was more money to get the 65-inch than it is to get the 73 tonight, especially on that flex pay. But John, what I love is this is a television that grows with you, because you could drop $4,000 or $5,000 or $6,000 on one of those LEDs or LCDs
easily.
You know, and it may not do what this one has to offer.
Many of them don't. Many of them don't give you the internet capability that this TV gives you, and many of them do not give you the 3D experience that this TV gives you. You should get the 3D glasses that are offered here at HSN, and once you do, you can experience 3D like you've never seen before. I mean, there's 3D on a 32-inch TV, and then there's 3D on a 73-inch TV. Are you kidding me? It's get out of the way kind of 3D. It's the 3D that really takes your breath away. And it's 3D video games and 3D programming. No, ESPN has their own 3D network. IMAX, Sony, and Discovery collaborating for their 3D network, and more movies being produced in 3D. And once you connect that 3D movie to your Blu-ray player onto this TV, you know, I have one of these DLPs. I love this DLP TV in 3D because, again, it's so big, it takes in your peripheral vision. You really feel as though you're there. I love watching basketball in 3D. I think they're going to pass the ball to me. I mean, that's how realistic the experience is going to be for you. So think about what you're getting here. There are no sacrifices. You see that price, you think, well, something's missing. But you're getting full 1080p. You're getting an amazing 6-color processor, the 120 hertz subframe drive, which we haven't really talked about yet, which doubles the processing speed. And, you know, we talk about how big this picture is, but look at how small the frame is. This is Mitsubishi's True Slim frame technology. Little tiny frame makes it feel as though you have a great big drive-in movie theater screen right there in your home. Even the sound on this television is amazing. 2 big front-firing speakers to give you that gorgeous big movie theater sound that you look for.
And that's important. I think it's interesting because my producer Dan has this television. Mike, do you also have this TV? That's what I thought. And my director has this television.
Join the club.
So, I mean, what does that tell you? And I mean, and these are guys who've been in television for years. I mean, they've seen, you know, a lot of different products, and I think that says a lot. I mean, because when you know what's out there in terms of technology, you know what the family's going to enjoy. I always say, just like John said earlier, this is a no regrets purchase. It is a no regrets television, absolutely, unquestionably. I know we've got a big Innovations Electronic Weekend coming up over Easter weekend. Hopefully you can join us. It all starts on Good Friday evening, technically at 12 midnight into Saturday. But John and I were talking during that little break. This television is not scheduled at all. In fact, we do not have any of our Mitsubishis, any of our DLPs scheduled for the entire duration of that 3-day weekend. So if you are looking for that amazing, immersive, that wow experience, that stunner, I think for a lot of us out there, many of us aren't going to the movies as often, and you'll never want to leave your house when you get this. I always say when we sell our Mitsubishis, prepare yourself. You're going to get lots of new friends. You're going to be the favorite family. I mean, the kids are going to congregate to your living room. I mean, all the kids in the neighborhood are going to want to be there. Your kids are going to get new friends. You're going to have, you know, family members that you've, you know, completely forgot about, because everybody's going to want to watch the big game. Everybody's going to want to play their video games. You know, and it makes the simplest things more enjoyable. You know, I think of my television experience because I'm here at night, as a lot of you know. So I tape record everything. I DVR. You know, I digitally record everything. And boy, I look forward to when I can go home and put my feet up. And you will too. This is the kind of television that it makes everything better. Whether it's reality television, whether it's being able to see the little item numbers.
And that's what I've done here. I've connected my laptop to this TV via the HDMI cable, which is included. And now I've got a 73-inch computer monitor. But think about this. Anything that is on your laptop, you can now put on a big 73-inch screen. So whether it is you're shopping on HSN, whether you're trying to buy a car or plan a family vacation on your computer, whether you're using Skype. Can you imagine Skype? It's 73 inches.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Any photos you have on your computer, any movies you have, any games you have, you put them all onto the 73-inch screen.
Beautiful.
And again, that makes a whole new world of difference in the way you enjoy everything on your computer and the way you enjoy this TV.
It's just better, and I know you've been seeing it rotate at the bottom of your screen, but just as a friendly reminder for you, that FlexPay expires after this show. So the FlexPay does expire after this show. That's something that they did for me and for this airing only. It's almost like another mini Today's Special in a way. And believe me when I say it's the kind of television you just have to get at home and experience for yourself. And remember, in fact, I think it weighs, what, a little less than 100 pounds or about 100 pounds?
About 90 pounds, that's right.
So less than 100 pounds, about 90 pounds, which is like a fifth grader.
Yep, yes, that's right, wearing a backpack.
Exactly,
Yeah.
A fifth grader with a backpack, I mean, for all intents and purposes. But remember, the
depth is about 18 inches. However, here's another important point. We talk about how big this TV is and yet how small it is.
Yeah.
The footprint of the TV, the actual part of the television that touches the sofa table, the coffee table, the stand, is only about 14 inches.
Oh, that's true.
So if you have a sofa table, if you have a coffee table, if you have any piece of furniture that is 15 inches or wider, this TV is going to fit there. So it's possible that you can put this television in places that you didn't originally think you could.
It's true. And ask about that stand. Now, remember, we have the two choices available. My producer, Dan, has the one with the stand. We used to have one out here. It's a shame that you can't see it in person because it's furniture. Here's a little picture of it. I mean, but it really is. It's like, it is furniture.
Yep, it sure is.
And it's nice because it's custom designed for the television itself. I know you see that clock on your screen. Remember, these are the last couple of moments, the last 8 minutes where you can take advantage of that 6-pay FlexPay. If you were watching me with the Gateway computer last hour, remember 6 FlexPay is something that we ordinarily only do when it's a Today's Special. So once more, I really want to thank our electronic team for helping me out today. They worked so hard on this show. I know we don't normally do electronics on a Monday, but so we wanted to make it special. We wanted to make this a fun show for you. And this is something that I'm really excited that you're trying, just because I know you're going to use it every day. And I know it's going to make you smile. It's one of those things that every time you turn it on, and everything that you watch on this, you enjoy so much more. I mean, you know, whether it's, you know, the Housewives, you know, or your reality television, or baseball season, or March Madness. You know, that's just it, because it's the same technology your movie theater uses. You don't want to leave the house. I mean, you look forward to whatever you watch.
You don't have to leave the house anymore, because what you're getting in your own home is as good. It's the same technology you're seeing in the movie theaters. And again, I want you to really get a real good impression of just how big a 73-inch TV is. Remember, 73 inches, that's 6'1".
Yeah.
If I could hold Shannon diagonally, you know, she would go from heel to the point on the top of her head, right there in the corner of the TV. You know, right? So that's how big this is. But again, to make that point, not bigger than 132, but bigger than 2, bigger than 3, bigger than 4 32-inch televisions. You talk about watching March Madness, or playing a video game, or watching any movie that you might have. 434% bigger than a 32-inch TV. And let's be fair. Let's say, oh, you know what? I don't think a 32 is a big TV. How about a 40-inch television?
It's a big TV.
A 40-inch TV, by any, look, it hides me practically.
That's
a 40-inch TV is a big TV. But look, it's dwarfed by the 73-inch TV. This is a home theater experience.
It is.
With no excuses, no sacrifices, no compromises, with Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi adapters included, with 3D there. You have something that's going to entertain everybody in your family. This is that perfect gift for the family, from the family.
You do. Guys, if it's okay, I'd love to take the lights down just one more time in the 6 minutes that we have remaining. And part of the reason we do that, obviously, we're a broadcast studio, so it's going to be brighter in here than I know it is in your home. But just to give you an idea of how it's going to look when you get it at home, look at that. It looks like the movie trailer.
It does, doesn't it? You really think
you see that?
Yeah.
I mean, your kids, look at the size of that screen. Your kids are going to go absolutely bananas. And, I mean, really, when they see the Muppets, when they play their Wii games, you know, when you do Facebook, when you do the internet, I mean, that's what we love about this. It is that total family experience. I think something like this is really priceless, because, you know, everybody gets to use it and everybody gets to enjoy it. And really, It makes everything better.
You know, there's such a push these days, you know, among teachers and child psychologists about spending more time together. Well, where does the family spend their time? You know, they spend a lot of that time in front of the television. Because of the Wi-Fi capabilities built in, you're going to be able to present to your kids more educational opportunities, more informational opportunities than ever before. So use this as an opportunity to entertain them, to inform them, to spend time with them, and that brings the whole family closer together. This really is something that is for the family, from the family, that increases the quality of that family time together.
I mean, that's SpongeBob, the loser minds. I mean, really, the Cartoon Network.
You're not kidding.
I mean, really.
I mean, video games, Shannon, I can't say this enough, when you're doing one of those race car video games, because the screen is so big, you get immersed in it. You feel like you were inside that race car. That's the kind of impression a big screen like this one is going to give you and your family.
It is. I'd love to show the internet maybe one more time, because I have to remind you, it's not only 3D.
Push of one button, simple as that. Look at that.
Simple as that.
Real simple.
And basically, this always, I mean, there are always new things to find,
Facebook is there, Twitter's there. You've got Vudu high-definition movies, you've got Discovery, you've got weather, you've got all sorts of news channels, all kinds of cooking channels and gaming channels and technology channels and travel channels and movie reviews and all kinds of things, technology reviews, college reviews, everything is there for you, and it's all, most of the content on here is free, 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 free. So you're going to have a lot of fun with you and your family exploring all the different options that are available to you. And remember, the Wi-Fi adapter, which is all you're going to need to be able to connect to the wireless network in your home already, is included. The Wi-Fi adapter is included. And speaking of inputs, like the Wi-Fi input, there are 3 HDMI, plus, of course, there's the component. It's all there for you, so you can connect your Blu-ray, your cable, your satellite, your DVD, your camcorder, your PC, as we've done here. All of it is easily connected to this TV within just seconds.
In fact, thank you, Dan. I think that was that the quantity left. I'd love to speak to it just real quickly. It just dipped below 400. So in case you missed it, we have dipped below beyond the 400 mark. So we do not have a lot of these to go around. The other thing that's important for you to realize, and I know we've been saying it throughout the show, and I know you've also been seeing it rotate at the bottom of your screen, but just as a reminder, the 6 Flex Pay does not go until midnight. The 6 Flex Pay is done after this show. So the way that works is, as long as you are in the ordering process before John and I sign off, we continue to honor that 6 Pay Flex Pay. So basically, even if you've never shopped here at HSN before, remember, you call the number at the bottom of your screen. We take 8 major credit cards. We also take debit cards, by the way. So you can pay as you go. Get this at home. You know, Mother's Day is right around the corner. Mom would love this. I mean, if she watches, you know, if she loves movies like I do, if you love movies like I do, if you're a movie family, if you want to do movie night, Dad's Day, not that far behind. Really a to the family, for the family gift, and something that absolutely will pay for itself, because not only are you using it now and for years and years to come, but we're also paying for that 2-year free warranty. So that is a big deal, because when I've sold Mitsubishis, actually, this is the only Mitsubishi I've ever had with you with a 2-year warranty. Normally, that's something that, you know, we sell separately. I mean, and, you know, we're proud to do our protection plans, but boy, if I could get one that's included,
that is a rare opportunity. It really is. It makes a big deal and should give you confidence, as it has so many HSN shoppers up to this point. I mean, remember, this is a customer pick. People love, love, love this TV. They love the big 3D experience, the big HD experience, the big internet experience. All of that really makes a giant difference in your home. And remember, there is no sacrifice. Try to buy an LED or an LCD TV of the same size. Expect to spend 2, 3, 4 times as much money as you will here today. And you still get in this TV full 1080p. You get the Wi-Fi. You get the 3